going to talk about problems belonging to a special group that you meet every day. We talked about the technological gap between generations. Kids today read on the tablets or iPads. They don't use hard copies. But what is going to happen in 5 years? Smart objects, Mr. Sfakianakis mentioned them. They will be all computers, gadgets, and appliances, smart appliances that can also connect among themselves and communicate. There are also smart clothes. We will be wearing clothes with biosensors. It is happening. Children have biochips or biosensors, and parents can follow, monitor their state of health at any given moment. Also, smart shoes, $35 for the pair, and also braces that can help you if can help people who have skeletal problems. The problems arising from it relate to safety, to security, and of course confidentiality. On the internet, we heard that there is a second parallel CV that companies, potential employers can always look up. Also, physical characteristics, biological characteristics will be uploaded on the internet. Who could have thought some years ago that somebody with liver insufficiency could use his own stem cells and produce an organ that can be transplanted to the patient? Talking with a professor from the university, from Washington University, he told me, why should I operate a chronic ulcer, stomach ulcer, instead of reproducing the stomach and transplanting it to the patient? However, this may well give rise to various bioethical questions, because these are very obscure fields yet. We don't know exactly where we are going, but to put it simply, we are entering slowly but surely an era of organs that can be replaced, spare parts, robotic applications, another huge field. Big companies invest in two things: robotics. Children create small robots, and also artificial intelligence. When the advisor to the Google was asked about this search engine, he refuted the idea that Google is a search engine. He prefers to call it an engine or of artificial intelligence. In China, 1 million people were redundant from factories and replaced by 1 million robots. So, within a few years, the internet will also be part of our life, part and parcel. Glasses, eyeglasses, or eye lenses can connect to fast internet, or will be able to connect to fast internet. To 2029, we will hear about singularity coined by Kurzweil. He is in charge of Google's artificial intelligence. So 2029 is the year target for robots to become more intelligent than the human brain. Who would have thought that a robot could beat Kasparov at chess? But it has happened. So Google right now and DeepMind, a British company, are cooperating in developing artificial intelligence and cognitive PCs. In other words, programmers will not be necessary. The PCs will program themselves. Steve Hawkins, Bill Gates himself have expressed concern about the future of artificial intelligence that may well get out of control, out of human control. We may see the day where a supercomputer will refuse to take orders from us. Right now, and up till now, man has been used to be in charge and to have the control of everything. Well, this may well change. In 2013, two-thirds of the Americans in, employment age have work. In 2033, the same study shows that only one-third of the Americans of similar ages will have a job. Why? Because the human factor will be pushed aside from one year to the other. Unemployment, therefore, will not be the result of a financial crunch in a country, but to the technology, to the advanced technology. Until now, to date, survival for man was depending exclusively, practically, on labor. So what is going to happen if we do not change the model that we have been using? The stress of constant presence on social media. What happens? It's a parallel world. And who is the winner? Who profits? Well, Zuckerberg, who owns Facebook and his golden boys. We hope that some Greek scientists will work for Facebook in the years to come for very good salaries. However, for the 1.3 billion people using social media nowadays, well, we need to think that when you do something free of charge and when the company makes its money from advertising, you have to think reasonably that what the company buys and sells is your own personal data. Mr. Sfakianakis said that Facebook changes its terms and conditions whenever they choose without informing the users. Internet gaming disorder, IGD. In 2015, the Americans have published a study admitting that there is a problem. 700 million users. An international esports federation was established, started with 9 countries, now there are 15 in this federation. And the problem is that the LOL, there are others, LOL becomes an e-sport in the US, China, Northern Korea. I know young people who stopped going to school in order to participate in a gaming tournament, thinking that they could make money, and this is going to act as a tsunami. VR gaming, the 3D, more and more interactive, addiction, very, very short, very briefly, don't want to exceed my time. meta-analysis in 31 countries, 7 continents, 6%. This is the addiction percentage. It is a real disorder because schizophrenia has one prevalence of 1% worldwide, whereas addiction is 6%. In Greece, we measured this in children and in the army. Students in the 4th year of medical studies in the Aristotelian University of Thessaloniki, 1 in 10 has suffers from this disorder. 24 million of adolescent Chinese have addiction problems. North Korea, technologically very advanced, and this is where we have most of deaths due to internet addictions. Addicted mother, kept feeding her virtual baby in a game while she left her real baby to die from starvation. Real event. The addicted adolescent's profile, 42 hours per week. More than 15 hours a week, that is where the problems begin. As we published in the American Journal of Addiction Medicine, it is the best prognostic factor to predict an addiction, future drug addiction. Very good prognostic indicator. Many consequences. So prevention and treatment. Prevention is more important than treating. I reckon that our church can have a key role to play in this. No isolated scientists or medical doctors can help society acquire a critical thought vis-a-vis this phenomenon. I think that this conference can act as a trigger for the church to play an enhanced role in the new conditions governing our societies. And let me tell you about our conference held in Athens, scientific conference in Athens, 6th and 7th of November every year, how new technologies change or affect our lives. Thank you very much for your attention.